Good day, Summoners. This is Raabemaster bringing you a guide to begin owning with Leona in 5 minutes. Let's begin. Leona is a tank who has a kit which both promotes aggressive play and gives great survivability. Leona is almost exclusively played as a support, laning with a hard carry. She is picked because of her massive defensive steroid, low cooldown stuns, and great aggressive laning capabilities. As Leona, it is very important that you invest your skill points wisely due to the fact that you won't be getting a lot of experience. Max out Eclipse first so it scales very well and you want the defensive buffs ASAP. Next, you can choose to max either Zenith Blade to allow you more mobility in fights along with more opportunities to apply your passive, or Shield of Daybreak to lower the cooldown on your stun. Your early skill build should be Q at level 1 because a 1.25 second stun is amazing for level 1 teamfights, and then your E at level 2 because a Q plus E combo is great for getting first blood. Proceed with the recommended skill progression from there, and get your ultimate at 6, 11, and 16. Leona is a support and a tank. Neither of those jobs bode well for Leona getting any big, flashy items. Start out with a Fairy Charm, wards, and health potions. Philosopher's Stone, Kage's Lucky Pick, and Sightstone should all be early purchases. Boots do not need to be rushed on Leona, but when you get them, upgrade them into Ninja Tabby or Merc Treads, depending on the situation. Boots of Mobility and Boots of Lucidity are situational choices, and if you think they will do you more good, feel free to pick them up. There is no such thing as offensive items for support Leona, so I'm going to break it down to support items and tank items. Ruby Sightstone is an obvious upgrade to Sightstone, whereas Shurelia's Reverie, Shard of True Ice, and Runic Bulwark all provide great utility for your team. If Sightstone doesn't offer enough wards, you might need to pick up some more later on in the game. Also, Leona is a great Oracle's carrier due to her insane natural survivability. Tank items will create a large hole in your budget, but give you great stats. Sunfire Cape and especially Warmogs are the best defensive items on Leona due to the massive boost in effective HP they give her. Randuin's Omen and Frozen Heart are both good versus physical threats, with Randuin's Omen taking a slight edge. If you're against a heavy magic damage team, pick up an Abyssal Scepter. Tips and advice. Try pairing Leona with a ranged carry who can be aggressive in the early game. Leona has the ability to snowball a lane because she can set up kills with her devastating CC. Urgot, Draven, and Ezreal are good examples. When you hit someone with a Zenith Blade, it immobilizes them. This gives you a guaranteed Q stun if you activate it before jumping to the enemy champion. Alternatively, if the enemy doesn't have an easy escape, you can Zenith Blade into auto attack, then hit them with your stun, since Q is an auto attack reset. Taking the bot tower early isn't a terrible idea if you've already got multiple kills from your lane opponents, because Leona can be a very effective roamer. However, this might deny your carry a safe place to farm and let the enemy recover, so use your judgment. Leona has to be aggressive early versus lanes with a lot of poke. As Leona has no sustain, she and her carry are vulnerable to being poked down. If Leona gets low enough to the point where going aggressive is too risky, then it can be very hard for her to win the lane. While Leona is a great initiator, her main job in a teamfight is going to be peeling for her carry. If you need to, use your ultimate to start the fight, but save your other CC for when the enemy starts to dive your carry. If laning against a Blitzcrank, the matchup is a little strange. Before 3, if he pulls you, it's the same as pulling any other squishy support. However, once you get some points into your Eclipse, go straight for the carry after being pulled, as you will be tanky enough not to care. As bright and shiny as Leona might be, and as annoying as her low cooldown stuns are, do not focus your damage onto her. She's naturally super tanky, even without a lot of items, so you might as well be throwing your damage against a brick wall. Use your ultimate whenever you feel the need. It has a low cooldown, on top of the fact that you will most likely be building a lot of CDR anyways, so you'll probably never need to worry about not having it when you need it. Your passive makes your teammates do more damage. Make sure you factor that in when deciding whether or not to engage. Leona's ultimate has a small stun radius and a medium slow radius. Get a good feel for how big they are, and using the spell effectively becomes a lot easier. Since Leona has a lot of crowd control, it is important to remember not to cross up stuns with other CC. Time your spells right to get the most out of them. Support is just about the only position Leona can play. Her AP ratios are absolute garbage, and there is no reason to jungle her when junglers like Maokai exist, who can gank just as hard while still being able to farm the jungle at a respectable pace. While Leona is a melee champion, she is a ranged threat, even before obtaining her ultimate. Zenith Blade has a range of 700 units, which is greater than that of almost all auto attacks. Now that you are armed with the knowledge of this guide, you will be a shining light in your opponent's darkest hour. Thank you for watching, subscribe for more League of Legends guides, and don't forget to like the video.